Right. So picture this. You're in that dentist's chair, right? Maybe feeling a little bit apprehensive. But then the hygienist walks in.
Yeah.
It's like the whole vibe changes. There's
Yeah.
this sense of expertise, genuine care that goes way beyond just, scraping off plaque. And that's exactly what we're going to dive deep into today.
I love it.
The world of dental hygienists.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because they're kind of the unsung heroes, I feel like,
Yes.
of the whole oral health world.
Absolutely. And we're going to uncover what they really do, how they train for this like crazy demanding field, what the career path looks like. And plus, did you know that some hygienists are actually pushing the boundaries of what they can even do?
Yeah.
Taking on like even more responsibility?
It's amazing.
We'll get into that a little bit later, but first, let's set the stage.
Yeah.
So, when we say dental hygienist, what are we actually talking about?
We're talking about a licensed healthcare professional.
Okay.
This isn't just somebody who's good with like a toothbrush
Right.
or things. They've done serious, rigorous training. They have to pass like board exams
Wow.
to earn that license.
So there's real accountability,
Oh, yeah.
which makes sense because they're often the first person you see.
Absolutely. The first point of contact for a lot of patients.
Exactly.
Yeah, doing those initial oral exams, looking for, early signs of gingivitis, checking for oral cancer.
Wow.
It's serious business.
Like they're like protectives in your mouth,
Absolutely.
looking for all the clues.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's break it down. Like, what do they actually do on a daily basis?
Yeah.
I think most people understand the basic cleaning part.
Right.
But like, how's that different from what we do at home?
Well, think of it this way. Like, the difference between a regular car wash
Uh-huh.
and, like, full detailing.
Okay.
Sure, you can keep things somewhat clean on your own, but a hygienist, is using tools that you just don't have access to at home, like those ultrasonic devices.
Ultrasonic devices.
Yeah.
Those sound kind of scary. What are those?
They're actually really cool. They use high-frequency vibrations
Okay.
to basically blast away plaque and tartar,
Oh, wow.
even below the gum line where your toothbrush just can't reach.
Oh.
It's incredibly effective. And it's one of the reasons why, your teeth feel so amazing after a professional cleaning.
I never even realized that's what was happening.
Yeah.
So it's not just about like elbow grease. They're using like technology to get a truly deep clean.
Yeah, it's amazing technology.
Wow.
Yeah. And that level of clean is really essential for like preventing bigger problems down the road,
Okay.
which actually brings us to another huge aspect of their job,
Okay.
preventative care.
Okay, so preventative care, so it's not just cleaning up existing messes.
Right.
It's about stopping them before they even start.
You got it.
Okay.
They're getting x-rays, looking for those hidden cavities or bone loss that you wouldn't see otherwise. They're applying sealants to protect vulnerable teeth,
Mm-hmm.
giving fluoride treatments to strengthen enamel.
You know what? I remember getting sealants as a kid.
Yeah,
It's so funny to think back on those procedures now.
right,
And actually understand the science behind it.
right, like what they were actually doing.
Yeah.
And it's not like a one-size-fits-all approach either.
Right.
They're developing individual treatment plans for patients, factoring in, their specific needs and risks.
So they're gathering information, making assessments.
Exactly.
Working closely with the dentist to make sure that our mouths stay healthy.
Yeah,
It's like they're part of a dental dream team.
that's a great way to put it, yeah.
I love that.
Like a tag team.
Totally. And then, of course, there's that other crucial role they play.
Oh, yeah.
Patient education.
Right.
That's right, the Floss More lecture.
I know, we've all heard it, right? But think about it. It's more than just negging, right?
Right.
These hygienists, they see like dozens of mouths every single day.
Yeah, that's true.
They notice patterns, they see the consequences
Uh-huh.
of good and bad habits.
They have a unique perspective
They do.
on what actually works
For sure.
and what doesn't.
Exactly. They're teaching us how to brush properly, how to choose the right floss, how our diet even impacts our oral health.
Yeah, it's true. They're like walking, talking encyclopedias.
They are.
Of tooth-saving knowledge.
Hey, they've got all the secrets.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me wonder, though, do they only work in like traditional dental offices, or are there other places where their skills are needed?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You know, while most of them do work in private practices,
Okay.
you'll also find them in some like kind of surprising settings.
Like where?
Think schools,
Okay.
hospitals, public health clinics, even long-term care facilities.
I never even would have thought of that.
Yeah,
So there are options beyond like the typical
Oh, yeah.
dental office setting.
definitely.
So what would they do like in a school, for instance?
Yeah, they might be responsible for screenings,
Okay.
providing, basic cleanings, fluoride treatments,
Yeah.
educating kids
Yeah.
on good oral hygiene habits.
Right.
It's all about preventative care and reaching those who might not have regular access to a
Right.
dentist.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So their impact extends beyond just individual patients,
So
then
for sure.
they're influencing like community health as well.
Absolutely. And, some hygienists are even involved in research studying trends in
Okay.
oral health
Wow.
and developing new preventative strategies.
That's really cool. So there's a real depth
Yeah.
to this field. It's like more than just cleaning teeth. It's
Yeah.
about promoting like overall well-being.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've established that it's like a serious profession, high standards.
Right.
But what about like career advancement?
Yeah.
What opportunities exist for someone who like wants to climb the ladder in dental hygiene?
Yeah, it's not just a one-track career.
Okay, got it.
There are different paths you can take depending on your interests, your ambitions.
I like that. So how do you go beyond just being a hygienist?
Yeah.
What are the options?
Well, first of all, you have the option to specialize within dental hygiene.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, you could become a pediatric dental hygienist,
Uh-huh.
focusing on children's oral health,
Okay.
or you could specialize in periodontics,
Uh-huh.
working with patients who have gum disease.
So you can develop a niche.
Yeah.
Become an expert in a particular area.
Exactly.
Very cool. And what about leadership roles?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So some hygienists, move into management positions, overseeing
Okay.
other hygienists in a dental practice.
Mhm.
Others might go into education,
Right.
teaching the next generation of dental professionals.
Passing on that knowledge.
For sure.
Some even go on to become dentists, right?
That's right. Although, it does require additional schooling.
Yeah.
But their background in dental hygiene really gives them a solid foundation
Right.
for dental school.
That makes sense. Okay, so there's a lot more to this career path than meets the eye.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's room to grow, to specialize, even branch out into other areas.
Very versatile, yeah.
Love it. Okay, so we've talked about the high-tech tools, the importance of their role in preventative care.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I have to touch on something
Okay.
that's probably on a lot of listeners' minds.
Right.
This whole expanded function hygienist concept.
Yes.
What is that all about?
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
So in some states, hygienists are pushing the boundaries
Uh-huh.
of their traditional roles,
Okay.
taking on responsibilities that were previously reserved for dentists.
Wait, hello. So we're talking hygienists who can do more than just cleanings.
More than just cleanings, yeah.
What kind of things are we talking about?
It varies by state, of course.
Okay.
But it could include things like placing fillings,
What?
administering certain types of anesthesia,
Okay.
even extracting teeth in some cases.
Whoa. Okay. That's a huge jump in responsibility.
It is.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty controversial topic.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, with strong opinions on both sides.
So what are the arguments for and against this?
Yeah, so proponents of this expanded role, they argue that it really increases access to care,
Mm-hmm.
especially in rural or underserved areas.
Right, where there aren't enough dentists
Exactly.
to go around.
And they also point out that, hygienists are highly trained professionals
Right.
who are perfectly capable of performing these procedures safely and effectively.
So it's about using their skills
Yeah.
to meet a growing need.
Absolutely.
What about the people who are against it?
Yeah, so some people worry that it could lower the standard of care,
Okay.
arguing that, dentists have more extensive training and experience.
Right, so it's a matter of making sure that patients are getting
Yes.
the best possible care.
The highest quality of care.
Exactly.
Yeah. And others, express concerns about oversight and accountability,
Mm-hmm.
making sure there are proper protocols in place to ensure patient safety.
So it's a complex issue
It is.
with valid points on both sides.
For sure.
It sounds like this whole concept is really kind of shaking things up
Oh, absolutely.
in the dental world.
It's definitely a disruptor.
Yeah.
It's a trend that's likely to continue
Okay.
as the demand for dental care grows and the role of the hygienist just keeps evolving.
We'll definitely have to delve deeper into that in the next part of our deep dive,
For sure.
where we'll be exploring the future of the profession.
That's right.
All right. I'm already hooked.
Good.
We've covered a lot in this first part, but I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
We've laid the groundwork.
I love it.
Yeah, now get ready to explore the exciting possibilities that lie ahead
All right.
for dental hygienists.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of dental hygiene.
It's great to be back.
So we've talked about, their evolving role, those expanded functions we touched on, and a little bit about training.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the future of the profession, I'm really curious.
Yeah.
What makes someone truly excel in this field?
That's a great question. I think it's a blend of, technical skill
Mm-hmm.
and interpersonal finesse.
Okay, so you need a steady hand.
Yeah.
Good eye for detail. Makes sense.
for sure.
But what about the personal qualities? Like, what sets a great hygienist apart from a good one?
It's a lot like being a teacher, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you need a deep well of patience.
Okay.
Think about it. You're working with people who are often, like, anxious,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes even, like, fearful.
Absolutely. I've definitely been that patient, gripping the armrests for dear life.
I know, right? So being able to calm those nerves, to explain procedures in a way that's, like, reassuring,
Right.
easy to understand, those are invaluable skills.
It's about building trust, right?
Yeah.
Making the patient feel like they're
Exactly.
in capable hands.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just explaining things. It's about actively listening
Uh,
to the patient's concerns, making them feel heard and understood.
so it's not just about teeth,
Right.
it's about people.
You hit the nail on the head. A great hygienist understands that they're treating a person, not just a mouth.
Right.
And that human connection, I think, is really what makes the difference.
It makes me think about all those times when I've had a truly great experience in the dentist's chair.
Yeah.
It's always when the hygienist takes that extra time
Yeah.
to connect, to make me feel comfortable.
Is those small gestures, right,
Yeah.
that can make a big impact. A warm smile, a gentle touch, a willingness to, like, answer questions patiently.
Yeah.
Those things go a long way.
And it probably makes a huge difference, too, for those patients who have, like, severe dental anxiety.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I can imagine
Yeah.
that a really compassionate hygienist can make the whole experience a lot less stressful.
Totally. For someone with dental anxiety, even just walking into the office could be a huge hurdle.
Right.
But a skilled hygienist can use calming techniques, explain everything step by step,
Right.
and really help those patients feel more at ease.
It's almost like they're part therapist,
Yeah.
part dental professional.
It's a unique blend of skills, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it really is.
And it highlights how important that human element is, I think, in healthcare in general.
Okay, so we've talked about the technical skills, the interpersonal skills, but what about like the science behind all of this? Like,
Yeah.
what's the latest research telling us about the connection between oral health and overall well-being?
This is where things get really fascinating.
Okay.
Because for a long time, oral health was kind of treated as separate from the rest of our health.
All right.
But now we're understanding that the mouth is actually like a window
Okay.
into what's going on in the rest of the body.
Wait, seriously? So what's happening in my mouth can actually give clues
Yeah,
about my overall health?
exactly. There's growing evidence linking poor oral health
Okay.
to a range of systemic diseases, like heart disease,
Uh-huh.
diabetes, even some types of cancer.
Wow, that's kind of mind-blowing.
It is pretty amazing.
So, like, neglecting my oral health
Yeah,
could actually increase my risk for other serious health problems.
that's what the research is suggesting.
Okay.
It seems that inflammation in the mouth,
Right.
often caused by gum disease,
Uh-huh.
doesn't just stay in the mouth, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
It can actually spread throughout the body
Really?
and contribute to these other conditions.
So it's not just about having a pretty smile.
Right.
It's about preventing potentially life-threatening illnesses.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, wow.
And this is where dental hygienists play such a crucial role.
Okay.
They're often that first line of defense,
Mm-hmm.
detecting those early signs of trouble
Uh-huh.
and educating patients
Okay.
on the importance of oral health for their overall well-being.
It's like they're health detectives.
I love that analogy.
Looking for those clues that could point to bigger issues.
Yeah, for sure. So what are some of those red flags? Right?
Yeah, what should we be looking out for?
Well, they're trained to spot signs of gum disease,
Uh-huh.
like bleeding gums, swollen or tender gums, or persistent bad breath.
So those aren't just like minor annoyances. They could be warning signs
Exactly.
of something more serious going on.
Precisely. They'll also, examine the teeth closely, looking for any signs of decay, cracks, or wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll take x-rays, of course,
Right.
to get a clearer picture of what's going on below the gum line and inside the teeth.
So it's like piecing together a puzzle,
Yeah,
looking for all those clues to create that complete picture of the patient's oral health.
exactly. And based on their findings, they'll develop a personalized treatment plan.
Okay, so it's not like a one-size-fits-all.
No, no,
They're
no.
tailoring it to the individual's needs.
Absolutely. They'll recommend, specific brushing and flossing techniques, suggest dietary changes, and advise on the frequency of dental visits.
It's like having like a personal coach
Yes.
for your mouth,
For your oral health.
guiding you towards better habits, a healthier smile.
It's a great way to think about it. And they're there to support you, every step of the way.
I'm really starting to see how dental hygienists are becoming so much more
They are.
than just teeth cleaners,
Right.
they're
Hmm.
educators, they're advocates for preventative care,
Yeah.
and they're really playing this vital role in our overall health.
It's amazing, isn't it? And, with all the advancements we're seeing in dental technology
Yeah.
and the ongoing research into the mouth-body connection, their role is only going to become more significant in the future.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. What does the future hold for dental
Well,
hygienists?
that's what we're going to delve into in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Stay tuned because things are about to get really interesting.
Okay, we're back. I'm ready for the final
All right,
part
part 3,
of our deep
into
dives.
the world of dental hygiene.
We've covered like so much ground.
I know, it's been a journey, hasn't it?
From ultrasonic scalers
Mm-hmm.
to the link between oral health and like heart disease.
It's amazing how connected it all
I
is.
know. But now it's time to really look ahead to
The
the future
future.
of this like ever-evolving profession.
And I gotta say, it's a future that's filled with exciting possibilities.
All right, lay it on me. What kind of trends are shaping the future of dental hygiene?
Okay, well, one of the most significant trends that I'm seeing is this increasing focus on preventative care.
Hmm,
So, as we learn more and more about the connection between oral health and overall well-being,
right.
the emphasis is really shifting, I think, from treating problems
Okay.
to preventing them in the first place.
It's like that old saying,
Yeah.
an ounce of prevention is worth a count of cure, right?
Exactly. And this shift means that dental hygienists are playing an even more crucial role, I think.
Okay.
They're really becoming like educators, coaches, advocates
Uh-huh.
for healthy habits.
So they're not just cleaning teeth anymore. They're empowering patients to like take control of their own oral health.
Exactly. And technology is playing a huge role in this shift, I think.
Oh, like how? Tell me about the cool new gadgets.
Okay, so for starters, we have more sophisticated imaging techniques
Okay.
than we ever had before, which can detect problems at like much earlier stages.
So catching those cavities before they become like a major issue?
Exactly. And we also have advances in laser technology
Okay.
that are, allowing for less invasive
Well, that's good.
and more comfortable treatments.
Yeah, no more like scary drills.
Right, exactly. And we're even seeing the development of like smart toothbrushes now
Whoa,
that
okay.
can actually track your brushing habits and provide personalized feedback.
So it's like having a little like dental coach
Yeah, right in your
on your
bathroom.
counter. Yeah. Wow. It sounds like technology is really revolutionizing the way we like approach oral health.
It really is. It's a game changer, I think.
But what about the human element? Like,
Yeah.
how does all this technology impact the role of the actual dental hygienist?
Well, I think the important thing to remember is that it's not about replacing hygienists.
Okay.
It's about giving them even more powerful tools
Right.
to do their job even better.
So they can really focus on the things that
Yeah.
technology just can't do, like building those relationships
Exactly.
and providing that personalized guidance.
That's right. And that actually brings us to another trend
Okay.
that's shaping the future of the profession,
Okay.
the expansion of roles and responsibilities for dental hygienists.
We talked about this earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like those expanded function hygienists who are
Mhm.
able to do things like
Yeah?
place fillings, administer anesthesia.
Yeah, that's right. And as the demand for dental care just keeps growing, especially in like underserved areas,
Right.
there's a real push to like fully utilize dental hygienist skills.
So they can help fill those gaps
Exactly.
in access to care.
Yes, making sure that everybody has
Yeah.
the opportunity
Regardless of where they live.
to maintain good oral health. Yes.
It sounds like a win-win
I think so, yeah.
for both patients and hygienists.
I agree.
But I imagine there are like some challenges
Of course.
and
So,
concerns that come along with like expanding their scope of practice.
absolutely. There are important discussions happening around like ensuring adequate training,
Mm-hmm.
maintaining those high standards of care,
Right?
and, addressing any potential legal
Right.
or ethical considerations.
It's about striking that balance, right?
Yeah.
Between innovation and
Mhm.
like patient safety.
Exactly. But I think overall, the trend seems to be moving towards greater autonomy
Okay.
and responsibility for dental hygienists.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Given their level of education and training.
Absolutely. And the increasing demand for their services.
Yeah, exactly. Now, is there anything else, any other trends you wanted to touch on?
There's one more I think that's really important to highlight, and that's the growing importance of interprofessional collaboration.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means that dental hygienists are increasingly working, I think, as part of a larger healthcare team.
Okay.
collaborating with doctors, nurses,
Okay.
and other specialists.
So it's not just about the mouth anymore.
Right. It's about recognizing that oral health is, truly connected to our overall well-being.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. So, for example, a dental hygienist might work with a physician
Okay.
to manage a patient's diabetes, knowing that, good oral health can really impact blood sugar control.
Oh, wow. So they're becoming like integral
Yeah.
members of a patient's healthcare team?
They are, absolutely. It's about breaking down those traditional silos, I think,
Yeah.
between different healthcare disciplines
Right.
and working together to provide, like, truly holistic,
Yeah.
integrated care.
I love that. This has been so eye-opening, honestly.
It's a fascinating field.
I'm like amazed by the depth and breadth of like the dental hygiene profession.
It is. It's pretty amazing. And it's a very dynamic field,
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving, and the future looks incredibly bright, I think.
That's so awesome. So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's like the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think it's this: never underestimate the power of a dental hygienist.
I love that.
They're highly skilled healthcare professionals who are passionate
Yeah.
about your oral health
And
and your overall well-being.
and they're playing this increasingly vital role
They are.
in the future of healthcare.
So, next time you're in that dentist chair, take a moment
Yeah.
to really appreciate, the knowledge,
Mhm.
the skill, the dedication of your dental hygienist.
They're kind of the unsung heroes
Yeah, they are.
of oral health, and their future is
Right.
full of exciting possibilities.
I couldn't agree more. It's been a pleasure
The pleasure was all mine.
exploring this fascinating world with you.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on this journey
Yes, thank you.
into the world of dental hygiene.
We hope you learned something
We hope you gained a newfound appreciation for this incredible profession.
and all that it has to offer.
Keep threshing.
Keep flossing and keep smiling.
Until next time.